Let's go. It's your back, they keep passing. It they bring out the best thing. I they feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I they feel you die.
What's happening, people? We got a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. It's your boy Joel Awesome. All right. We still on Lanterns. Okay. We talking about episode 2. And I got to say, man, at this point in time, the show is going downhill. It's not bad. It's interesting enough that you want to watch it. And like, if there's a new episode on next week, I'll be ready to watch it at the, same bad time, same bad channel. But it's going downhill. Now, let's talk about the bad shit. I'll try to find some good shit on my way in. Hey, look. The first episode was cool, but the first scene was dumb. The trained military, was he Marine or his Army? I'm not sure. The soldier shooting a gun at his son's head it's the stupidest thing ever. It's the stupidest thing ever. And someone was like, some fathers would be crazy enough to do that. There are some fathers that would be crazy enough to do that. But not John Stewart's dad, especially a trained military sergeant. He should know better than that. You should know gun safety better than that. The wind could blow and fuck your shot up. You could shoot your kid. That shit was dumb. I said, like, some type of person would do that, like Ra's al Ghul. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you live or die. I'm gonna train you to be a killer. That's the type of person who would do that. But anyway, we get to another dumbass scene. So there's 2 action scenes in this episode, which is better than last episode, but they weren't really good. The first one where he's running directly into traffic pissed me the fuck off. It really pissed me off, bro. I have never... come on, man. I was like, first and foremost, is he the Black Panther? Is he a super soldier? Why is he running through traffic like that? In Captain America, Bucky and Black Panther were running in the direction of traffic, so that makes sense for the flow of traffic. And they're super soldiers, all 3 of them. John Stewart has no ring, no powers, and is running, not just like jogging and making sure he gets up. He is in a dead sprint on a highway the wrong direction. I couldn't believe it. I said, bro, come on, man. Like, I get the superhero stuff there's supposed to be a suspension of belief, but that's just fucking stupid. Come on, bro. I was so pissed. I'm like, these people don't like these characters. Someone said that before, and it's hard to like defend it. The way he did the oath, the blackest night, the greatest night, never saved you. Like that nigga just ran through. They bastardized the oath twice and ain't used it yet. Now I could see maybe the last episode they're gonna try to hype it up, but if you bastardize it multiple times, it doesn't hit as hard, bro. Green Lantern saying the chant. I should be ashamed of myself for not knowing the whole thing, but it's the blackest night and the nothing but straight escape. Green Lantern light. You supposed to say that shit with some bass in your voice. That shit's supposed to echo the whole ecosystem when you scream. You know what I mean? When you charging up that ring, and for him to just, I get that he's been doing it for years. It's kind of like a technicality to get my range up. I get it. I just felt like there's a certain way you could do it to respect the characters and respect the lore at the same time. And that's another thing. So as someone I know a little bit about Green Lantern. I don't know a lot of it about Green Lantern. I know a little bit. I read a few comics. Most of the comics I read are crossover comics. I think I read 1 or 2 of his. But like, the lore is so different. It's hard. Like I was watching, what's his name? Kevin on Stage. He did a little review on the first episode. And people are trying to like tell him about Green Lantern. He's asking legitimate questions, but the answers are all, well, in the comic book it's like this, but in the show it's like this. And in the comic book it's like this, but in the show it's like this. And the comic book is like this in the show. And it's just back and forth. And it gets to a point in time where it's like, wow, they changed the lore so much that a diehard fan can't describe what's happening to a new fan because it's new shit happening, which is, I won't say is a bad thing, but there's so much new shit that you just, end up saying, well, in the book, it's like a Game of Thrones. Well, in the book, it's like this. Well, in the book, it's like this. Well, in the book, it's like, well, this ain't the fucking book, so I'm just going to take it for what it is. Now, everybody who's introduced to the Green Lantern watching this show thinks the Lanterns, like, share rings, which I think they did once or twice in the comics. But, like, that's not what we're looking for, bro. They all had their own fucking ring. There's a core. There's a group of them. They all lined up. They like cops. They guns. Each cop has a fucking gun. They don't share guns. You know what I mean? And I think they going off the lore. So another thing that they did was the bird, okay? Hal is supposed to teach him how to fly. He doesn't teach him how to fly. He thinks of a bird, though. John Stewart thinks of a bird. He constructs a living animal. I don't think Hal has done that or can do that. Most lanterns can't do that or whatever. Cool. Creates the bird. There was a bird in the first episode. It means something to him, probably about his family or his mom or so. Cool. We cool with all that is cool. He takes the ring off. The bird is still there. And I'm like, that's not how a Green Lantern ring works. So now if I was explaining that to someone who doesn't know how a Green Lantern works, I'd be like, well, technically the thing is supposed to disappear when we take the ring off, but for some reason, I guess John Stewart is the one. He's the special one, right? He could hold the construct. He has such strong willpower. He can hold the construct after he takes the ring off. The ring actually dies of power. Right? The ring actually dies. He's supposed to go get the lantern. He says, yo, don't lose that bird, okay? You got to stay focused to keep that construct of the bird will disappear. I was cool with that. You know, that's a variation from the lore. That's a variation from regular Green Lantern shit that I can rock with until he gets knocked the fuck out. Dude got knocked out once or twice. He had a whole alien, they put a thing to his head and made him see visions, which we didn't get to see. But it was like, okay, I get that he needs to hold the bird, that he's the special guy and he can hold the construct once the ring is taken off. Cool. I'm cool with that. But you said it in your show, in this episode. You must maintain focus or you will lose the bird. How does he maintain focus unconscious? He gets knocked out multiple times during this trip. Not to mention, he's getting on a plane and flying to wherever the fuck he was flying to. So that at least had to take 24 hours. He had to sleep in between time. He slept at least once or twice. He got knocked out multiple times. You took this bird on TSA. Did they let you take that fucking alive animal or a live construct animal? Like, there's no questions. Come on, bro. I was cool with him taking the bird through TSA, but the fact that you said in your show, maintain focus, and he gets knocked the fuck out, unconscious, drooling, and he wakes up and the bird is still there, and dude's holding the bird. I said, come on now. Why even set the rule? You set the rules. Stay with the rules within your playground, right? You said he has no superpowers. Why is he running head first into traffic and the people, ain't nobody turned that man into sticky meat? They said that man should be sticky meat. He should be, you know what I mean, bug on the wall. So it gets to these points where it's like they're doing some good things, but they just bastardize. They ruin it. The cop is like hiding something. There's nobody in the hospital. There's no patients. And she's like, don't worry about it. So we got to the point where it's like, okay, she's an alien or she's working with it. Well, I don't get the whole, like, you need to stay out of my jurisdiction. You need to stay out of my range. Bitch, your fucking father-in-law is the main suspect. And you over here on my ass. You try to figure out a crime and your father-in-law is the nigga you need to be investigating, but you bothering me? It don't make no... The whole town is corrupt. And it's almost obvious. I think they're all aliens. I think one of the things I have been watching reviews and people say, nobody's mentioning that there's two types of Martians, okay? There's the white Martians and the green Martians, right? The green Martians were the good Martians. The white Martians would fuck you up. I'm thinking there's both in town. trying to, but I think the white Martians are like the father-in-law, right? I think the cop might be a green Martian, right? She might be the girl, John Joe, whatever. But like, everyone's talking about the manhunter. I think there's other alien manhunters that they had, but the whole mystery of the manhunter, I really think they're all shapeshifters. I think they're all shapeshifters. But there's certain elements of this show that it's like, are we supposed to be retarded as a fan base? Are we supposed to be dumb? This dude is trying to test some metal detectors, right? He gets a metal crowbar, and instead of walking the metal crowbar through the metal detector, he rips off a plastic piece of the car and walks it through the metal detector to see if the metal detector works. It was the stupidest thing I've ever, and I'm like, how as directors, as actors, as everybody sitting, as cameramen, as everybody sitting here shooting this scene, nobody asks like, yo, why did he take the fucking metal bar to the metal detector? He's holding a fucking metal bar. It just doesn't make any sense. And I don't get why. I've seen some people shilling over the show saying they love it. I'm like, how do you look at that and think, that's okay, I'm gonna keep watching it. Like, I'm gonna keep watching it, but it's like, there's no way I'm gonna sit there and not comply. Somebody has to say something. The nigga's taking a metal bar to a car to find that the metal detector worked when he could just take the metal bar through the metal detector. Turns out it's an alien detector. Why is the alien detector still there? The mass shooting happened a long time ago. The alien detector is just up there all the time. It's just up all the time. Like, yo, we don't leave alien technology sitting here. Nobody's at work today. We're just gonna turn it off. After the mass shooting of 4, you were obviously looking for aliens. You killed 4 of them. 5 of them. The 5th one killed himself. It's the show's a struggle, man. And the issue is that it's stupid, right? It's not that the actors are doing a bad job. Hal Jordan's doing great. People are saying Jon Stewart doesn't have a lot of personality. I feel like that fits the character. Like, I don't feel like that's wrong. Like, people are like, he doesn't have, you know what I mean? He's not a jokey guy. He's not a jokey guy. He's not overly mean. He's not supposed to be overly mean. He's a little bit more mean in this one than I think he needs to be. But he's not, he's really kind of a straightforward guy. I just never got a whole lot of personality. It was more about what the mission was, what he was trying to accomplish, what he was trying to achieve, more than his personality. You know what I mean? His personality comes through in his decision making. But I think Aaron Pierre is doing a great job. I think they say he's boring. I think Jon Stewart's boring. I think he's a little bit more boring than Superman if you want to, gauge personalities. But I think Aaron Pierre is doing a great job. I just think the show is just whack. Why do you have him seeing visions and then not show us the visions? I'm guessing they're gonna show us later, but it's like you make it. I'm supposed to feel something right now, but I'm not feeling nothing because I don't know what's going on. Look at the Martians destroying this world, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, what is it? What's happening? I just seen this dude sitting on the ground making funny faces. He's just making faces on the ground. And then he gets up and he's like, I'm cool with it. Bro, you just saw some kind of alien. That shit should traumatize. You should be fucking shook. Either way, man, I don't know. I do like the effects of the ring, but they don't use it often enough. And my issue from the jump, what I said from the very beginning, when they first announced in 2024 or whatever it was, we're doing the Green Lantern, I said, terrible idea. Green Lantern show, terrible idea. Outer space cops need a big budget. We need graphics and effects and CGI and a bunch of shit for this character because that's part of the main part of this character. And for you to be like, we're going to do a show and we're going to put a little bit of ring action, the ring's going to die, it's going to lose it, they're going to fall off. it gets to the point where, man, I just don't like it, man. I just don't like it. One of my number one hatred things with the superhero tropes is when the superhero doesn't have his powers, right? I just hate it. People love Spider-Man 2, but to me, when I was like, as soon as he loses his powers, I start checking out. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. I hated it since I was a kid. I still hate it to this day. I hate it to this day. It ruined a couple of Wolverine movies for me. He lost his powers twice in the second Wolverine and the third one. And they were like dampened in the third one. But still, I hate it. And now we got these dudes sharing rings. The ring always dead. We always got an excuse why we can't fight. These niggas got a long conversation. And then he got to talk to some fucking thought grandma. I'm like, bro, what is going on, bro? First and foremost, Jon Stewart would not knock down somebody's grandma. It took Hawkgirl damn near a whole 3 seasons of Justice League Unlimited to convince him to marry her and shit. And Hawkgirl a baddie. You're telling me Jon Stewart's like, oh, let me have some one night stands with somebody's fucking grandma, wife / hooker. And I'm like, bro, you made a mistake. You didn't know it was her. You didn't know it was somebody's husband or whatever. But now we over here like, oh, she had the bar again. Probably on the clock. so someone called her a lot lizard. And they said she probably on the clock. That's probably why she had that bar. And you like, oh, let me sit down and talk to her, hang out with her some more. Why? Why is this person of any value? You talk about her husband. It's too much. I'm thinking she's an alien too, or one of the Lanterns or whatever, but she better not be an alien. Y'all had another black man fucking alien on TV, man. Y'all doing this dirty, man. Y'all doing this dirty, man. Either way, y'all tell me what y'all think. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'm out.
Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed now.